Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 7th grade concept of describing pi. This is standard 7.5b in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 14 of the 2025 released STAAR test. This is a new item type called drag and drop, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we can look at our answers together. So we need two different blanks here. You notice each of these numbers can be used only once. And if we try to move on with only using one of the two blanks, we will get an error message. Now, even though there are two blanks, this is simply a one-point problem. So we need to get both of these blanks correct. If we only get half of it correct, it's 0 points because we will have an incorrect statement. So let me put that right here, 1 point. All right, so what are we looking at here? We have a circular pool. So always draw a picture, just kind of give you something to look at. Has a radius of 30 feet. Okay, so a radius. What is the radius? Well, the radius is a line that goes from the center of a circle all the way to the edge of a circle. It's straight. So I will label this as my radius. They give us our measurement of 30 feet. And then we have a circumference of approximately 188.4 or 188 and 8/10. So what is the circumference? Well, that is around a circle, kind of like perimeter for a circle. And you almost see this word fence. If you take out like the RE, you see a fence, and a fence goes around something. So the circumference goes around, and we have 188.4 feet, 188 and 4/10. So how do we represent pi? Well, the value of pi is approximately blank divided by blank. Well, pi is a special ratio that we really focus on in 7th grade. Let's go to our reference material, see what we have here. And when we go to our circles area, all right, let's see what we get here. We get our circumference, and we get our area of circle, but we don't really need the area because we weren't given the area. We were given the circumference. So let's use this. So I'm going to write this right here. So circumference equals 2 pi r, or circumference also equals pi times diameter, but they don't give us the diameter, so we'll use this first one. All right, so let's plug in the information we have to figure out how we can isolate that variable, how we can solve for pi. So c equals 2 pi r. We're going to use this. What do we know about the circumference? Well, they give it to us as 188.4. So I'm going to replace this with 188.4 equals 2 pi, and then my r actually gets changed. My c and my r, they give us the radius, that's 30. So let's make this 30, and let's put some parentheses there. All right, so we can actually go ahead and just rearrange this. We can say 2 times 30 times pi. We can use that commutative property, rearrange the factors. So 2 times 30 is going to make 60 pi. Still the 180, we haven't done anything with our circumference, the 188 by 4. So we're multiplying 60 by pi. That's getting us 188 by 4. So how can we isolate that pi? Well, we can use our properties of equality. We know that if we do the same thing on both sides of the equation, we're going to keep an equal equation. And if we divide 60 by 60, that just becomes 1, which just becomes pi. So really what I'm doing is I'm dividing the 188.4 by 60. Or you can divide your circumference by double the radius, and you're going to get your pi. That's what we had from we could have done that from our original. So the value of pi is approximately our circumference, 188.4 divided by double the radius, or 60.